name is Trevor Downey, and I am the Artistic Director of Warren County Theater Project. We are excited to announce our first production, which is The Nutcracker at Houck Mansion. So yeah, one thing I want to do with this video is I think it'd be fun for everybody to share their own personal Nutcracker stories. When I was younger, I loved roller skating, and I would always roller skate in our garage, and I would put on full-length shows, just me and roller skates. And my parents would have to sit through probably like an hour of me roller skating around to the Nutcracker. Sorry, Mom and Dad. But yeah, I have lots of Nutcracker stories. I actually did the Nutcracker for 3 years when I was younger, probably I think like 9, 10, 11, or 8, 9, 10 at Dayton Ballet. My first year I was a page, and my entire family came to see this production. And a page, like I literally like walked across stage holding a present, and they gave it to Claire, and then I went to sit down, and that was literally all I did. And my entire family came to see it. They saw me walk across stage with a present, and then when I went to sit down, I think I was somehow hidden from them, so they only saw me walk across stage. My entire family saw that. Then my second year I was a soldier, and then my third year I was Fritz, which was really cool. And it was funny because Denise and I, this past Christmas, went to see, well, and Elise and Danielle, her daughters, we went to see the Nutcracker at Cincinnati Ballet, just to kind of get inspired and just see, you know, I had never seen it before at Cincinnati Ballet. So we were sitting in the audience, and the lights go out, and the overture starts, and I all of a sudden started to feel like really nervous in my stomach, and I started to get like panicky and like started to sweat, and I thought I was having a panic attack. I was like super nervous for some reason. I couldn't figure out why. And then like after it ended, I was like, because I remember like brought me back to when I was Fritz, and I would be sitting, like the show opens at Dayton Ballet, it did, with Fritz like sitting on a chair, like by himself, nobody else on stage, just him sitting on a chair. And I just like brought me back to when I was like 10 years old, sitting in this chair with my eyes closed, like freaking out that the show was going to start with just me on stage. So it was really, I hadn't even thought about that moment in like 20 years, and it was so random that I like got so nervous because just hearing that overture music. I had some of my fellow teachers here at the studio give me their Nutcracker stories, which you will see in a little bit. So yeah, after you watch this video, you can comment on it, or you can even leave a video message and like tell me your Nutcracker story. If you went to see it somewhere, or if you were a character in it, or if your daughter, you know, danced in it, you know, any story is welcome. I would love to hear all about it.
Hi, my name is Ana Cueto. I work here at Dance Studio #1, and that's how I know Trevor. He's my co-worker, a great friend, and we're talking about the Nutcracker and a little bit about my background. I grew up in Cuba. I studied at the National School of Ballet in Cuba. It's a professional training, and we've done Nutcracker so many times. I've done a lot of the Waltz of the Flowers especially, and the Spanish dance, which is one of my favorite because I have Spanish roots. My grandparents are from Spain, so that flavor that we add to the Spanish dance is so nice, and I love it so much. We had so many hours of training, so it was exhausting, but the rewarding of finishing up with the whole Nutcracker ballet and the whole audience up and applauding is so nice. So I love the Nutcracker.
I'm Shoshana.
So you've done a lot of Nutcrackers.
Yes.
How many have you done?
I want to say at least 10, maybe more.
Wow. And name the roles that you've done?
I have done Chinese Core, Harlequin Doll, Waltz of the Flowers, I was Clara 1 year, Spanish Soloist, what else? Dewdrop Fairy a couple years. That's the role that I most am cast in. So my first performance on Point, it was a demi-point performance, so I wasn't allowed to keep the shanks inside my shoes, so they were de-shanked. It was just the box, and that was my demi-point. So yeah, I had to perform a ballet like that. It was painful, but strengthening for the ankles.
For sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Hi, my name is Ann Burns, and I've been dancing for my whole life. Growing up in New York City, the Nutcracker was a huge part of our Christmas tradition, and I would go to New York City and see the New York City Ballet perform George Balanchine's version of the Nutcracker. Myself, I've danced many of the roles, my personal favorite being the Spanish Hot Chocolate. I love that character dance, I love the balancés, a lot of flair. My least favorite would have had to be the Marzipan, because it's a little difficult to coordinate all your pot pourris with the flute and with your friends. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so we were finished the performance we had done. We finished the bows, and then the ballet mistress came back and said, "Can you put the Mouse King costume back on? There's a little boy that's crying, and he thinks that you died during the scene." And I said, "Well, I didn't really die during the scene. I was hamming it up, and I'll be back." And then I didn't put the costume on, but I just stuck the head around the corner and moved the mouth. "I'm okay, thank you for your concern." People start Russian, and that is the end of their Russian career and everything. So I came in to do this. It was like 8 shows in a row, and that's all I did. I didn't do anything else. So I had a lot of prep time, but it's what you guys feeling now. It's like a full-out sprint for like 30, and it really doesn't seem that long, and it's really not that long, but everybody loved it. It got more applause because of the music.
So yeah, that is our project. Please support, please find us on Facebook and like it and share it and rate us. We need all the help we can get. This is our very first year, so it's going to be a really, really, really cool show. Nothing like you've ever seen before. You will not be interacting, don't worry. You're not going to be pulled onto the stage and made, and get embarrassed. You're just going to be sit back and watch, but you just get to travel along with it and get a little tour and a show. So send me your Nutcracker stories. Thank you for watching.